Welcome to the Contractors Secret Weapon Radio Podcast, the show dedicated to helping contractors, remodelers, painters, roofers, and others in the construction industry gain an unfair advantage over their competition. Get ready for some inspiration, some encouragement, some proven business building strategies, and a couple of new ideas that can take your business to the next level and beyond. And now, broadcasting from the Contractors Secret Weapon Studio, it's Pete Mitchell and Dave Negri.
Okay. Hey, this is Dave Negri with Contractors Secret Weapon. I just want to thank you all for joining us in this new year. It's going to be fun for us. I don't know about you, but it's going to be fun for us.
Hey, worst case scenario, you might make some money.
That's our new mantra. We have another one coming up, too. What is the other one? I wrote it down. I got to find it. Wait, I got it. I wrote it down. I can't remember. I'm getting old. I don't remember anything anymore. I forgot it.
Oh, well. Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It'll come around.
Well, anyway.
Next week we'll have it. We'll have it next week. We'll think about it real hard.
So we hope we'll remember it next week.
I wrote it down. I just can't find it. That's how organized I am. So just send me the money. I don't have to be organized.
There you go. So one quick thing, guys, before we get going. One of the things that we are now doing for our great listener like you is we are getting transcripts of each of these podcasts. So this particular podcast, all you got to do to get a copy of that transcript is to text the keyword 319, which is, of course, our episode number. So just 319 to 580-990-2020. 580-990-2020. I'm going to put that in the show notes. So you want to get a copy of this transcription, that's where you can get it. And, of course, we're also going to send you how to 8 times your profit. We're going to send you that report as well. And you'll actually see some of the very things that we're going to talk about on this particular episode, because what Dave and I are going to focus on is step 7 of the Contractor Secret Weapon solution. And step 7 is pre-sell and pre-sort your prospects so that you only deal with the hot or right prospects. Dave, I don't know about you, but probably the number one complaint I get from people is they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of tire kickers, and I hate dealing with the tire kickers. I just want people who are basically want my service, want my product right now. What's been your experience with that?
Well, yeah, I agree. But then I say, well, why are you talking to them?
What do you mean, why are you talking to them?
Why are you talking to the tire kickers?
Right.
Why don't you have a system in place that eliminates the tire kickers?
Exactly.
I mean, I hate the phone. I mean, so that's why I like direct response marketing, because then I get people to call me.
Right.
So depending on how I place the ad or what I put into the ad will determine on the type of client that's going to respond to that. So if I put in, let's say, $500 off your roof, then I'm going to get 100 calls on people that are just going to price shop.
Right.
But if I give them something, 5 things that your roofer won't tell you, then I'm going to get the person who's really interested in figuring out, well, what's that other roofer who's giving me a cheap price not going to tell me about my roof.
Right.
So it really depends on, and here's the funny thing, and we've talked about this, why people don't implement this stuff is because it's too hard. Well, I think it's harder to talk to tire kickers.
Yeah. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Waste of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's a couple of ideas for you guys. When we say pre-sell and pre-sort your prospects, so we want people who come to us, we want them to be ready to do business with us, right? That's what we mean by pre-selling. We are the clear, logical choice to them. They want to do business with us. And so to get to that person, we got to get rid of all the tire kickers. So we're going to pre-sort. We're going to get the tire kickers, the time vampires. We're going to get all those guys out of the picture and only focusing on the people who are our ideal clients. And so a couple of ways we do that. One of them is I'm going to actually give you an example here, guys, of what we do with the Contractor Secret Weapon solution, because this is an idea and a concept that you can apply to your own contracting business, roofing, painting, carpet cleaning. It kind of doesn't matter. So people have a sales process in their own mind. They call it a buying process, right? For us, it's a sales process. So they're thinking, okay, you know what? Hello, doctor.
Yeah. All right, always home. Call back later.
Let me tell you, you really make sure you hear that thing. Like, that thing was loud.
I know.
I
used to have that vibrate. I don't even know how it got.
I don't even know. I mean, I turned my phone on vibrate like 10 years ago, and I've never turned it off of vibrate. Yeah. So anyway, guys, here's what we're going to do. People have this buying process. And so usually when they want to go buy something, it's not like in the contracting space, it's not an impulse buy, right?
No.
People don't generally go, hey, you know what? Today I'm going to redo my bathroom. Today I'm going to redo my roof. Today I'm going to, so there is, they start to think about it. Maybe they talk with their spouse about it. Hey, you know what? Maybe it's about time for us to redo that bathroom. Whatever that journey is or where it starts from, that's one of the reasons why we have lead bait. So when you look at the Contractor Secret Weapon solution, which you can get, by the way, at cswsolution.com. You like how I worked that in there, Dave?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
We talk about in step 2, you got to create that lead bait. So, 10 things you must know before hiring a contractor, or 7 biggest mistakes that people make when hiring a roofer, or and how to avoid them. 3 biggest mistakes people make when getting their carpet cleaned and how to avoid them. Right. So we're coming up with our lead bait. So for us, if you go to cswsolution.com, you see we've got our 9 steps, and that's our lead bait. Right. That gets people into our funnel. So whatever way that you got that lead, because they're starting to think about your product or service. They're starting to think about redoing the bathroom. They're starting to think about redoing the roof, whatever it might be. They come into your world. Now, are they ready to buy today? Most people in the contracting space aren't. Now, are there some? Absolutely. There are always some. There's some people who are like, yeah, look, I'm ready. Come over, re-roof my house, whatever. But realistically, most people, they need a little bit of time. So like what we do, and you guys will see this when you go through, by the way, you need to do this. You need to spend the time, if you're listening right now in your truck, when you get home tonight, you need to do this. Go to cswsolution.com, opt in on there, get the guides and stuff that we're going to give you there, and then watch our funnel. So what happens is on the next video, we have a what we call an authority video. And this is where I'm basically walking people through, hey, you know what? You're in the right spot, because here's the type of companies that I've helped before. Here's some of the biggest problems that they've got. Here's the solution. And by the way, if you'd like to see if this solution is right for you, there's a button on this page where you can schedule a time to have a call with me. So that's what you were talking about, Dave. You like answering the phone, right? That's why your phone just rang. You like answering the phone. You don't want to have to call people.
No, I'm not calling anybody.
So
I force myself to, but
yeah,
a return call.
Imagine you're a roofer. You've got your lead bait. You take them to this quick little video. And by the way, guys, you'll see it right from our video. I just did it sitting at my desk, right? I didn't do anything fancy. Most of the time, people do it with their cell phones. Most of our clients, we just have to do it with their cell phone. You want it to look authentic. Like, that's the number one thing you want. So it doesn't need to be like some production quality going to the TV station studio to get it done. Just tell the story and your call to action. Hey, if you want to get on the phone with me, go ahead and click the button and get on my calendar. Now, the reality is most people aren't going to schedule a call with you right then, because they're not ready yet. right? They're not ready, but we're still going to have that call to action for that, 5 to 10% that are like ready to buy right now. And then what we do is we're going to start sending them out a series of emails and videos. And you're going to see this when you go through our funnel. So in our case, we have 9 steps. So let's say you're a roofer. Maybe you've got, 3 steps to a clean roof, or, the 6-step process, or the 9-step, whatever the steps are. It doesn't really matter. We happen to have 9 for ours. So I went through and I did 9 different videos where I went deeper on each step. So step 1, narrowing your focus to your perfect avatar. I explained what I meant by that. Step 2, creating your lead bait. I explained that. Step 3, crafting your instant response ad. I explained that. Step 4, creating direct-to-consumer marketing that generates clients on demands. I explained that. Step 5, using social media to attract an endless stream of clients. I explained that. Step 6, mastering the search engine so that you get buyers that are ready right now. Step 7, pre-selling and pre-sorting your prospects. You only deal with hot, right prospects. Step 8, the nurture system. Step 9, getting reviews and testimonials from past clients. So I did 9 videos where I went deeper on those. And here's what I do. Over the next 18 days, every other day, I send them an email with a link to one of those videos. And that video is just a page on the internet where it's got the video and a button where they can schedule a call with me. So, the email just entices them. Hey, I go deeper on this step 1. If you want to check it out, watch this video right here. They go, they check it out, and it's got a call to action. So we're going to do that every other day. Now, on those off days, that's where we send them essentially what we call the 9-word email, where in our case, it's going to be referring back to step 1. I'm going to try and start a conversation with people. So step 1 is focusing, narrow your focus to your perfect avatar. And I explain how to do that in the video. And then day 2, I send them an email. Have you already decided who your perfect avatar is going to be? And that's it. I'm asking them a question. Now, why do I do that? Because if they respond, yes, I have, or no, I'm not, or I'm still struggling, or whatever, now we've entered a conversation. Now I can have a conversation with them where I can see if they're a right client or not. But notice I'm automating all of this, right? So I don't have to personally do it. I'm not calling people. I'm not finding out where they're at in the process. Here's the reality. If they watch all 9 of those videos, chances are they're going to schedule a call with me at some point. I mean, it's highly likely that that's what's going to happen.
Unless you're insane.
Because, who's going to watch 9 videos and then not do it? But think about it from the other side. Let's say they only make it through 3 videos, and then they click the opt-out button. They're like, I quit sending me emails. Do I care? No. Would you care, Dave?
Heck no, because that's one of the people that would normally call you and ask you dumb questions about this and that, and they've already disqualified themselves. So
they have pre-sorted themselves right out of the picture.
Right out. And that's great. I mean, really. So in reality, think about it this way. Pete, in reality, how much time did you spend? I know you didn't do it, but how much time, if you did it, would you have spent putting together the email and doing the video? I know you did the video, but
let's see. I spent probably an hour to an hour and a half putting together the 9 videos, because some of them were between 5 and 7 minutes in length.
Yeah.
So that was maybe an hour, and I'm being generous saying an hour and a half. I did actually have to run and actually throw a blazer on and a collared shirt.
So you look different in each video?
Well, I look the same in each video, but I look professional. I'm not wearing like a T-shirt. Now, I was wearing shorts, but since you can't see me from the waist down, I didn't really care. And then let's see, I had Travis put together the emails, build out the sequence. I would say it probably took him 3 to 4 hours to do that. Probably.
So in less than a day, you have everything put together. You've got the funnel, you've got the lead bait, you've got everything put together, and you don't have to answer the phone except for the people that want to talk to you and are willing to at least go to that point where they're hot leads. So by spending a day, you've cut out all that Mickey Mouse, what do we call it, tire kickers.
Yeah.
So you freed your time up forever, because once it's done, it's done.
Right. It's now an asset in your business.
Right.
That's going to bring you clients over and over again. It's going to make you money. And I mean, I was going back over some of our previous videos because I was putting them on our Facebook page. And I remember we talked about Rich Dad, Poor Dad's assets and liabilities.
Yeah.
And that was one of the comments that I said, is that, marketing can either be an asset in your business or a liability. Does it bring you clients, or does it just cost you money and bring you nothing? And that's what this is. This becomes an asset in your business, which does a lot of things for you. One, you automate everything, right? So like when you go through our mastermind that Dave and I do, when we help you build out all 9 of these steps and implement them in your business, now you've got the lead bait, you've got, Facebook, if that's the way that you're going to get clients, Google, if that's the way you're going to get clients, magazines, newspapers, doesn't matter, however you want to use to get clients. You've got everything done, and it's hands-on. You no longer have to think about, how do I get clients? It's done for you.
Yeah.
You just, okay, it's going to bring me clients. And now I just get to sit back. When the calls come in, send my assistant out there to go do the work, right? Or if you actually do the work, go do the work yourself.
Right. And then even if you are just doing all the work yourself, well, that's great, because you're still answering the phone less.
Yeah, exactly. You're not dealing with the
and actually, okay, now this has happened the other day, which is the first time, because we were talking about Google and Google Ads, and I don't do Google Ads, but there is a new function on Google My Business, which is your local, that they can actually text you.
Yeah.
And I texted the other day, and I texted the lady back and forth, never talked to her, and went and did an estimate today.
Okay.
Just from that.
Yeah.
So it's available. So it goes back to letting everything else work for you instead of you working your brains out and your marketing and on the job site.
And I think it also comes back to, how freeing is it to know that when you spend money on advertising, it's going to give you a positive return, right? Because most of the time, I think people are like, well, I'm hesitant to spend money because I don't know if I'm going to make any money from this, and then I've wasted it. Well, when you've got your whole system in place, you don't have to worry about that.
It's more of a sure thing.
Yeah, it's going to bring you money.
And you know what your return on your investment is going to be. It's no longer an expenditure.
Yeah.
And like I think we talked about it earlier, you get a guy that comes in and you need business, so he comes in and he sells you advertising, and really the only thing he cares about is his commission. He doesn't care about you. He's going to put together a pretty ad like everyone else's, which no one else's is working. Or they're putting in like $500 or $50 off, or you get this discount, this coupon. And so you're getting all the tire kickers that ultimately they're buying price.
Right.
So is that the customer you want? The one that buys price. So by the time you actually go out and everything drops. Your production rate drops because you're going out to visit people that are tire kickers. If you're doing one-on-one, estimates and stuff like that, that drops. I mean, you might be running 30-35% for something good, and if you get a referral, it's going to be 80. But if you go in on tire kickers, you're looking at 15 to 20. So now figure out what your cost per customer is. So I would rather spend the money up front, spend a little bit more on marketing, target who I'm going after, and not spend as much time. And I'd rather, let's put it this way, I'd rather spend $100 on a lead instead of 25 if I know my chances of getting a lead are much better.
Right.
If they double or triple.
And I mean, too, one of the things that that we've talked about before. We don't really have time to get into the whole detail now, but we've talked about using pre-recorded messages. And basically that's a mechanism whereby, let's say you put out your direct-to-consumer ad and you're a contractor and you're like, hey, call this pre-recorded message to hear the 7 biggest mistakes that people make when hiring a contractor and how to avoid them, right? And you use that. So people, then all they got to do is call in and they listen to you, basically explain, here's how the contracting world works. Here's how, you pick bad ones. Here's what you want to be looking for so you can pick a good one. And you are educating them in that process. And so you're getting people to come out the other side who, one, aren't going to be as concerned about shopping for price. So I'll give you an example. We've got the texting platform that I put together that also does our pre-recorded messages called SMS Conversations. And in SMS Conversations, one of the groups I work with a lot are auto detailers. And we put together basically a 1-page script for these guys. The 3 biggest mistakes that people make when hiring an auto detailer and how to avoid them. And it was 3 little things. My partner on that, he wrote it out because he's a detailer. I wouldn't know the first thing about detailing a car other than how to hire one. And so we gave that to all of our guys. And we're like, look, here's the problem. You're out there on the job and someone calls on Yelp or they call on Google and, you're trying to do a car, but now you got to handle this tire kicker. No, put the phone number for SMS Conversation so they hear the free recorded message. And if they get to the end of it, now, and they give you their information or they hit the 1 button, at the end so they can be connected to you. Now you've got someone who's pre-sold and they're ready to use. And so we had one of our detailers who goes, yeah, I did that. And the very first call I got was this lady who goes, I was worried about price, but after hearing your message, I'm not worried about price anymore. I want the best detailer for my car.
Right. I want the value.
Most
people buy value. They really do.
Yeah.
And most contractors, it's sad is that they're considered, it's got to be the price. It's got to be the price. I like money, so I'm going to go the highest I can until they say, ouch.
Right.
But I'm also going to give them more than anybody else will too.
Right.
So it's not just about price. It's really about value. So there's a lot of things that I'll put in my proposals saying, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this, you're going to get this. When I know no one else is going to, they may do it, but they're not going to say it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the key, guys, is you got to automate all of this. That's why it's under our automate section of our little, of our contractor secret weapon solution, our 9 steps. We've got 3 main sections. One's all about audience. The next one's all about the avenue that you use. What's the medium that you use to get to people? And the third one's all under automation. Imagine, though, you got all this stuff and it's all automated. So you don't have to do it every time you get a lead, every time you get a call, every time, someone inquires. You just send them through the funnel and let it do the work and sort it out.
Or you don't have to put a different kind of ad together once a month because you're not sure whether it works or not.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, life gets so much better when you got all this stuff in place and you don't have to think about it. All you got to do is just do the work or, farm it out, however your model is. I mean, isn't that like the dream business? Just sit there and, you know what, we're going to run some more ads and get more money in, and I'm going to have someone else do all that work.
Yep.
And all you do is just run ads. That'd be the ideal world.
I found it. When you're ready, the end.
Yeah, let's hear it. The slogan.
Yeah, more money, less overwhelm.
There you go.
More money, less overwhelm.
That's it.
How much easier could it get?
Yeah. So here's the deal, guys. Head on over to cswsolution.com. Sign up, go through the whole funnel, watch it all. I want you to get the emails. I want you to see what we're doing there because I want you to model that in your own business. I don't care if you're a carpet cleaner. I don't care if you're an auto repairman, even though this is a contractor website or a podcast. I don't care if you're a roofer. It doesn't matter. HVAC, it doesn't matter. Follow the flow.
Yeah.
And make your life easy. That's it.
Then your wife might be happier too.
Happy wife, happy life.
Those hours. Yeah.
Hey, worst case scenario, Dave.
You might make some money.
You might make some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we need to have make some hats up.
I know we do, huh? Worst case scenario, make some money.
Yeah.
So guys, head on over to cswsolution.com. And again, if you want to get a transcript of this episode, just text 319 to the phone number 850-990-2020. 850-990-2020. I'm going to put it in the show notes so you can see it right there. And go ahead and do it. Do it right now. Any final thoughts, Dave?
No, just go make some money.
That's it.
That's it.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
See you.